Motherfucker.
Hey, guess what? Facebook secretly wiretapped its competitors.
Huh.
Did you know this? Facebook secretly wiretapped its competitors, which is stupid because why bother when everybody tells the whole world on Facebook what they're up to at every minute? Facebook secretly obtained proprietary data from competitors, including Snapchat, according to newly unsealed court documents. At the request of CEO Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook officials developed a program called In-App Action Panel, or an IAAP, that they deployed in 2016 and which was in use through the mid-2019, according to the documents, which include internal emails. Facebook's IAAP program used nation-state level hacking technology developed by the company's Anavo team, in which Facebook paid contractors, including teenagers, to designate Facebook a trusted root certificate authority on their mobile devices. Then they generated fake digital certificates to redirect secure Snapchat analytics traffic and later analytics from YouTube and Amazon from Snapchat servers to Onavo's. They then decrypted these analytics and used them for competitive game, including to inform Facebook's product strategy, re-encrypted them, and sent them up to Snapchat servers as though it came straight from Snapchat's apps. With Facebook's social advertising competitor none the wiser. Isn't that amazing? So Facebook got hacked by Facebook, it seems. So I think that, so let's see, the lawyers representing plaintiffs in a lawsuit that accuses Facebook of anti-competitive behavior were describing emails they obtained through discovery. In one email, Mark Zuckerberg wrote that there was a need to receive information about Snapchat, but that their traffic was encrypted. Quote, given how quickly they're growing, it seems important to figure out a new way to get reliable analytics about them. Perhaps we need to do panels or write custom software. You should figure out how to do this, he wrote. So some people would call that anti-competitive behavior. I would call that anti-ethical behavior. And of course, the people who are the most anti-ethical are people running social media companies like Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook, of course. Javier Olivan wrote that the program could pay users to, quote, let us install a really heavy piece of software that could even do man in the middle. Man in the middle refers to a type of cyber attack where attackers secretly intercept information. Do you believe these? We are going to figure out a plan for a lockdown effort during June to bring a step change to our Snapchat visibility. This is an opportunity for our team to shine, says Guy Rosenberg, founder of Anavo. He later wrote, Anavo was started in Israel and bought by Facebook in 2013. Well. Okay. In a presentation on the program when it was being finalized, it was stated that there would be kits that can be installed on iOS and Android that intercept traffic for specific subdomains, allowing us to read what would otherwise be encrypted traffic so we can measure in-app use. So they're intercepting encrypted data. That's what Facebook was doing. Shouldn't they all be in prison? Shouldn't they all? But no, it's a lawsuit. This isn't being done by the government. This is a lawsuit. Documents and testimony obtained in the case showed the program was launched in June 2016 and continued being used through 2019. So do you actually believe that that app that you use to make your face look like you're a fox is doing this for free? You might as well tell Dracula to bite your ass. Okay. The program initially targeted Snapchat, but was later expanded to Google's YouTube and Amazon, according to the documents. The information gained by the program helped inform Facebook's product design, according to Facebook employees. Those products hampered Snap's ability to sell ads, one Snap executive said in a deposition for the case. Lawyers for the plaintiffs, who are advertisers, have asked the court handling the case in the U.S. District Court in Northern California for sanctions against Meta, which owns Facebook, because Meta did not disclose the program when initially asked for all information on data that Facebook derived from Manavo's work. Facebook's actions amounted to wiretapping and violated federal law. Well, why aren't they being prosecuted? This is just a freaking lawsuit. Because if you don't know, Silicon Valley owns the government. They tell the government what to do and not the other way around. Just so you know. The Electronic Communications Privacy Act of 1986, sometimes known as the Wiretap Act, bars people from intercepting any wire, oral, or electronic communication, and from intentionally disclosing the contents of information that was illegally intercepted. So they're definitely breaking that law. But now you got to find somebody in law enforcement to enforce it. Facebook's IAA app program conduct squarely meets the statutory prescriptions within the meaning of the statute, lawyers for the plaintiffs told the court. Facebook's program does not fall within exceptions outlined in the law, particularly because Snapchat did not approve the interception and decryption of its information. Further, Snapchat's contact with users prohibits the behaviors in which Facebook engaged. Wow. Okay. So again, the criminals at Facebook are Facebook and not randos. The criminals at Facebook are the same criminals that they're out. The oligarchs that run everything. They're the criminals. But they want you to think the bad people are people like me, telling you the truth about COVID, telling you the truth about Ukraine, telling you the truth about Gaza, telling you the truth about Russiagate. They want you to think that we're the bad people on Facebook, and lots of my friends have fallen for it. They all think I'm a bad guy now because they get their info from the criminals. Over to Steph.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Do Americans legally owe allegiance to the government? They don't legally. So they, question mark, forensic darling. October 7th is similar to 9/11. Please watch this compilation of damning evidence by documentary maker John Hankey. All right. I will save that one for us to view. Thank you, Conspire Reality. Much appreciated. Shout out to Hannah sir for turning me on to Alice Miller. That's from IB Cat. The problem is people are not conscious. People are not conscious because they are repressing pain and truth from their childhood. Okay. They're disassociated to some degree, need to face the truth from childhood in order to come into reality.
There's a lot of truth to that.
There is. Thank you so much for that.
It's just like, can you come to me?
Back to Jimmy.
His jaw was not moving to the left. His upper neck on the right-hand side was irritated. That's moving great.
Good boy.
That's moving great.
Good check. Good check. Good check. Nice check. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Let's get another one. Okay. Let's check. Also tones a little better. I'm gonna check something real quick. His jaw.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit
Isn't it swell? The memes make themselves. They found a rabbi hole, tunnels and all. There's Jews in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical grace soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, you know, money poor people. You know, this government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But you know, something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. You know, we don't really know what war is. You know, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, you know, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison. But they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, you know, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, you know, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators. And they're going to have riots on their hands. You know, they're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. You know, we have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, you know, what we need, what needs to be done. And, you know, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. I mean, you know, don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, you know, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, you know, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, you know, this system and those backing the officials running the system, you know, want people to believe that revolution means violence, you know, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. You know, when people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.